to see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The national anthem, the American flag, the sights and sounds of our great country. The Xfinity Series race coming up on this Memorial Day weekend on Fox next. As we get you set to go racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Austin Dillon is on the pole this afternoon. Bubba Wallace on the outside of row one, and up in the booth is our weekly guest driver analyst. Clint Bowyer is back for his second appearance in our broadcast booth, and Bowyer knows every inch of this track, including Victory Lane. In the fall of 2012, Clint won the Cup race here, gave it all he got, used up every drop of gas in the tank. Bowyer needed a push to bring it home before he could celebrate in Victory Lane, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind nabbing his second victory at Charlotte tomorrow in the Coca-Cola 600. Talented and entertaining. Right now he's upstairs with the boys calling the race today, Michael Waltrip and Adam Alexander. Adam, that's a great Great duo you got standing beside you.
I'm prepared for anything today. I promise you, with Michael and Clint up here in the broadcast booth. And Danielle just showing your victory here, Clint, from back in 2012. One thing different about that and what we'll see today, you were under the lights in October that Saturday night. Afternoon race, this thing going to be hot and slick.
Let me tell you something. This track changes more with the sun, more with the temperature, the clouds, than any track that we go to. It always has been that way ever since I started in this sport, and it definitely is going to be today. These boys haven't been on this racetrack since Thursday. Cold Turkey qualifying a little bit earlier. That's qualifying. They've got the tires pumped up. They got tape on. Them babies are supposed to make grip. Now they're race trimmed. They're made to make grip on lap 20. They're going to have their hands full.
And just think about Austin Dillon. He sat on the pole. He's been out there practicing. He's very aware of what this track is like and what it's going to go to. But I'm going to tell you guys, I like the Xfinity drivers. I like Ty. I like Bubba. I like Brian. And I like Eric. I think that an Xfinity driver beats you Cup boys today.
No,
I'm thinking, now hold on a minute. I'm going to go with my Cup boys. This baby's hot. It's slick. Experience is going to prevail.
Here's what I'll say about those Cup guys. It's going to be a busy weekend. 10 drivers doing double duty. That's 900 miles in the next 2 days. That's not going to be easy on anyone. We'll get the green flag momentarily on Fox. It's round 11 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Right now we're going trackside to get the command of Fire Engines here at Charlotte.
Joining us now, we have very special guests. Please welcome retired Army Staff Sergeant Dale Beatty, accompanied by Aaron McKee with Hisense and John Falkenberry with USO North Carolina.
Thank you, Hisense, for giving our military members a chance to be honorary Grand Marshals. Now turn your attention to the big screen.
Drivers! Drivers!
Drivers!
Drivers!
Drivers!
Drivers!
Drivers!
It's a great holiday weekend for racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The NASCAR Xfinity Series on track. When we continue, we go from the driver's seat with veteran Elliott Sadler.
40 NASCAR Xfinity Series vehicles rolling off the pit lane. It's just about time for 300 miles at Charlotte Motor Speedway. No drivers have won here more than the Roush Fenway organization. 12 times they've gone to victory lane. You look at our starting grid, brought to you by Hisense. We go from the driver's seat with a man starting 11th, Elliott Sadler.
Hello, Elliott Sadler. It's Michael Waltrip, Clint Boyer up here in the Fox Sports booth. We're just wondering what you're thinking. This track's going to be slick. Can you hang on to that baby early?
Well, we think we can. Our car was really good here on Thursday in the heat of the day. But, Michael, you guys know how Charlotte is. It's going to get really slick. The groove's got to move around. You got to search for that grip. But we were very happy with what we found. Looking forward to taking this OneMain Financial forward to victory lane today, and hopefully we'll be able to do that.
All right, buddy, this is Clint. As a fellow Emporian, make me proud, buddy. Let's get her done.
Yeah, we will, buddy. I'm glad you get to have some fun up there today. And to everybody at home, you guys remember what this weekend is all about, Memorial Day. Want to say thanks to all the men and women that protect our country, and to all the men and women that have served our country. God bless you guys. Get home safe, and thanks to all our veterans, man. Happy Memorial Day to all our troops out there.
Man, we really appreciate it, Elliott. It's a nice reminder of what this weekend's all about. We also appreciate you. It's going to be fun to be with you all day long today. We'll check in later to see how you're doing. Blake Shelton just sent us a tweet and said, good luck. So go get them, buddy.
Oh, you boys have some fun up there.
Oh, there's no doubt we're going to do that. Elliott Sadler rolls off in the 11th position. Now we hear from our NASCAR on Fox rules analyst, Andy Petrie. What are we watching for today, Andy?
Well, Adam, what I like about this series is they have a limited amount of tires to work with. We saw that impact the race last week at Iowa. They have a different allotment at different racetracks and different race lengths. And this particular race, they're going to have exactly 5 sets of tires in the pits. They've got 1 on the car and 5 in the pits. That's going to really help these teams to plan strategy out. Last week, there was a very limited amount. They only had 3 sets in the pits to work with, and we saw how that worked out. It kind of worked against Chase Elliott and for Chris Buescher. It'll be interesting to see these cars, how they slide around. They're going to need tires. We'll see how they use them today.
Yeah, and Andy, I asked one crew chief in the garage earlier today, any situation where you come down the pit lane, take right sides only? He said no. Our guys want 4 tires every time they come to pit road. Let's hear from our pit reporters, and we start things off with Jamie Little. Good afternoon, Jamie.
Hello, Adam. You know, the 7 team of Regan Smith, they used the practice session on Thursday as somewhat of a test session. Well, they never hit on anything that they quite liked. So I just talked to the team, and they decided to go with the setup closer to what they ran at Texas. And I talked to Regan, and he said with as hot and slick as the track is going to be today, it's going to throw them for a loop. They're not sure what they have, and if they want to keep that streak of top 10 finishes alive on mile-and-a-half tracks, they've got their work cut out for them. Matt Yoakum?
Jamie, for Brian Scott, it's been a day of change. During practice, the car was a handful, so crew chief Mike Hillman Jr., he swapped back to a setup that they used earlier this season on the mile-and-a-halfs. It paid off. He'll qualify from the 3rd position when they drop the green flag, but the concern for Hillman and Scott both is just how big of a change has this racetrack taken since they were last on the racetrack for qualifying. Both Boyer and Sadler, you heard they said they think it's going to be a big change. This team expects that as well. Vince?
Well, arguably the best team in the Xfinity Series this season has been the 22. They've already been to victory lane 3 times. They lead in owners' points, but they've been searching for that setup this weekend, sometimes loose, sometimes tight. This team has finished top 10 30 races in a row. 21-year-old Ryan Blaney is behind the wheel today, hoping to keep that streak intact. Adam?
And Vince, an amazing stat there, those 30 races with 5 different drivers. They do know how to get it done over at Team Penske. Aerial coverage today provided by Goodyear, proudly supporting our military for 100 years. Show your support for our troops at Goodyear.com. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
And these racers are loving the Goodyear tires that are on these cars this weekend. Man, they've just got a lot of grip. They don't give up, but the sun is going to make it slippery. Check out the Toyota Camry pacing this field, Adam.
A good-looking, patriotic Toyota Camry this weekend, pacing the field. 40 Xfinity Series drivers ready to do battle. It's the 4th mile-and-a-half race of the year. You know, it's interesting, and this pays off what you said earlier, Clint. Track temperature at qualifying was 112 degrees. Right now, 139. We'll see how Bubba Wallace reacts, starting on the outside of row 1.
We've had a fast beat ever since 2 weeks ago, so Let's keep it up today, no mistakes, and let's go have some fun. I appreciate it.
10-4, man. 200 of them here today. Let's take care of this thing, and we'll go get them at the end. It's been a good weekend here. Let's go make it a great one, bud.
Bubba trying to become the third driver in 2015 to get his first career victory in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
And what exciting finishes we had with those other two that grabbed their victory. Ryan Reed down at Daytona on the last lap, and then the job that Eric Jones did battling the Cup guys, your Cup guys, Boyer, to win the race down at Texas. That's why I think one of the Xfinity racers is going to win today.
You know, guys, watching these cars come to the line here, the one thing that I do like about this racetrack, as I'm sitting up here watching this, is the track's aging. This is one of the first repaves that we had, and there's no more staying out, two tires. That recipe's not going to win unless something happens with cautions and things like that.
Here
it's going to be full, fresh, good ones. Let's go!
What about that push Brian Scott gave to his teammate Adam? Shoved Austin Dillon down into turn one, gave him an advantage as they exit that corner.
These starts are going to be so important all day long. Who gets those shoves, like you said? Who's going to be able to hold on that outside, stay on their right rear, get to the outside of them? If they can stay right there and beat them to turn four, they're going to have the preferred line.
Nose to tail, those front four starting to pull away just a little bit. Side by side for position. Eric Jones driving down to the inside of his teammate Denny Hamlin in that black 54.
That's the one cool thing about this racetrack. Denny Hamlin's stuck on the outside, but he won't lose his momentum. He can keep it wound up there. There's two grooves. As you see Harvick pulling to the outside of Almirola on that high side. There's a lot of options here at Charlotte.
You know, as you go onto the outside, the thing really wants to get loose. That's one thing that we've seen with this tire and everything that we've had since we've been here last week. That outside groove really hasn't came in, so it's going to be interesting to see today. That's one thing that I wanted to come up here and see is that outside line get burned in and have some, some speed up there.
No big surprise here. Kyle Larson won this race a season ago. Wasn't unbelievable in practice. Turned it on in qualifying. Drives underneath and around Bubba Wallace. That was the battle for third.
Guy's a 5-car, Casey Kane. He was way up, high, wide, and handsome. Clear up next to the wall right there and got a good run off of 2. You can see as he got into 3, though, he slipped a little bit and lost that position. But he ain't going to give up. He's going to keep digging.
That's tied on board with Elliott Sadler.
Wow, that's what you get at Charlotte. That's the kind of racing. There's so many different grooves, and look how much further Casey Kane drives down in the corner than Elliott Sadler because he knew he had that high groove working. That's a lot of momentum up there early. Look for Casey to be strong on the top all day long.
But this is a momentum racetrack, as you saw right there, and Elliott's on board. He had to check up as he got close to those guys, and it hurt him as he got into one. That car gunned underneath of him, and he lost position.
And you saw who was in front of him? Kevin Harvick started 13th, not where he wanted to be in qualifying, but the 88 is on the move, already up to 10th. And here's Denny Hamlin, won last time out, driving the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. This weekend in the 54, he goes inside of the 42 of Kyle Larson, and he's bringing teammate Eric Jones with him.
You know, Clint, back when you were in grade school, 1993, I think, I won this race, and I won it running around the top of the racetrack. I find that when it's hot and slick, that high side becomes your ally. It's a real asset. There's more grip up there on the top. I'm really interested to see if that happens here today.
Well, the other way to thinking of that is you're not going to hit near as hard. If you run up there and you do slip, you're not going to hit the wall near as hard. But you're right. If you can get your car working up there in years past, man, if you can get that momentum off the top, it is so much fun. You flat haul the mail around here.
How much of this time of the day is experimenting? I mean, we saw Eric Jones inside of Kyle Larson. Now Larson back by Eric Jones on the inside. Are you kind of feeling things out at this stage?
Sure. If you're these guys that haven't been on this racetrack in these conditions under race trim packages, since Thursday, absolutely. They're trying to figure out what they can do, where the grip is on the racetrack. Already they're thinking, man, I got to get to that pit stop so I can make some adjustments and get myself a better race car so I can go to battle.
But the spotters and the crew chiefs are saying Austin Dillon and Brian Scott, running 1 and 2, are the 2 fastest cars on the track, and they are pinned to that white line on the bottom of the racetrack. So you boys back there in 10th, 12th, dicing it up, trying to find your way through, just know when you get clear track, you better go to the bottom if you want to perform like our leader is.
I can tell you what, as somebody that used to work there, old Pop, he's somewhere on top of one of these buildings, and he's going to be asking for some wine here soon. He's enjoying this.
How about the junior motorsports cars, the 2 Cup drivers in the race today? Casey Kane outside in the 5. right in front of Kevin Harvick, the team car. That's Eric Jones in the 20. And here are the teammates side by side for position. That's 7th on track.
I want to tell you about Kevin Harvick. He is absolutely one of the most talented drivers in NASCAR, no matter what series he's running in. And so on a track today that Bowyer has explained to us is very difficult. It's treacherous out there. It's slick. You watch for Kevin Harvick to ask for the right adjustments on that 88 car to get that thing where he needs it to be in order to go up there and race with Pop-Pop's cars. He can come, and he will do that.
That's exactly right. I mean, Kevin Harvick, he's not only a very talented race car driver, he's an extremely smart race car driver. As a teammate of his before, you know, it was always interesting to me to hear his take on it, because he was very smart inside the race car, very analytical, and he always got the job done.
Coming into today's race, Austin Dillon had led 4 laps in his career at Charlotte Motor Speedway. He's led the first 9 today from the pole, 9 laps complete. NASCAR Xfinity Series racing from Charlotte on Fox is sponsored by Hisense. Hisense, life reimagined.
The Cup guys have a lot of experience, especially with the All-Star race that they just ran here, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to get a victory lane.
These guys are tough, and it's exciting to run against them, but we'll just have to give it our all.
It's always a challenge when they come up and run against us, but it makes it that much more rewarding when we do get the win.
So far, a good balance inside the top 10 when you look at those drivers running for an Xfinity Series championship, and those Sprint Cup regulars competing today at Charlotte. Austin Dillon out front, started on poles, led the first 16 laps. Right behind him, his teammate, Xfinity regular Brian Scott, and Darrell Wallace Jr. is third.
Yeah, absolutely. As you see there, you know, we're stretched out. 17 laps into the first run without a caution. This is where you see those cars that since Thursday haven't been on the racetrack. Some of them hit it, some of them didn't. You know those Cup the Cup guys guys, they're gonna that experience is gonna get a good communication, a good adjustment that first pit stop. They're gonna get better. You see cars that you're not used to seeing slip up, like the 22 car, Ryan Blaney. I'm always accustomed to seeing that car up front. They're slipping up a little bit, and you know as soon as that pit stop comes, they're gonna get an adjustment, and he'll be right back marching to the front.
And that's the key to this deal, Adam. You've got to understand what your car is doing in those first 25, 30 green flag laps so you can communicate to your crew chief exactly the adjustment you need. We've seen great things out of guys like Austin Dillon. Remember him dominating at Vegas, asking for the right adjustments. That car just got better and better all day long. A lot of times when you're out front leading the race, you're content. You're thinking, I've got this. You've got to keep working on these cars because that's what your competition is doing.
Some guys might want an adjustment on that first pit stop. Others maybe not so much. Kevin Harvick, 13th to 7th on the first run of the day.
Loose off of 4 right now. Took off pretty lazy. Touch 3 all the way through 3 and 4 right now. Not bad, 1 and 2.
Well, you can see everybody's, I mean, you can just watch. I love this view right here. As you're looking out at Kevin Harvick's car, you can see that car in front of him yawn out. And just like he's saying, loose off, man, when them babies dance out up from underneath that off of 4, you think you got it, you're driving it with the throttle, all of a sudden that thing will step out again. You're like, whoa, I don't have it no more. You know, it'll catch you off guard in a hurry.
And that's why Harvick is so confident about what he's got. The last time by, Adam, he had the second fastest time on the track, second only to our leader, Austin Dillon. So he knows he gets a little bit of track position, a minor adjustment, he's going to be up there and be a part of the story.
Now the battle of the Elliots. You got Elliott Sadler in the 10th position right now, that one car, and you're on board with Chase Elliott, scored in the 11th position.
Chase Elliott has done a nice job of falling in, picking up a few spots. Elliott Sadler, on the other hand, hasn't made any progress at all. And that's interesting. We talked to him on the parade lap. He thinks he has a really good one main financial Ford, but yet early in the going, he's going to need an adjustment if he's going to move forward because he hadn't been able to do so far.
Well, guess what? He'll get that adjustment.
Yeah.
Great weekend for the Roush Fenway organization last week. Chris Buescher wins, 3 of their cars inside the top 10, among them Elliott Sadler, and he's got company right now. Here comes Chase Elliott, Matt.
Trying to close that gap to get back to victory lane. Been almost 10 months since he last scored an Xfinity Series win. Right now, the biggest hindrance, though, for the 9 has just been through the air, stuck back in traffic. Tough to make progress. The car is not too bad, a little on the tight side, but that's been his biggest issue.
Finished 37th in this race a year ago, won the pole in October, led 66 laps, finished inside the top 10. It's been the Austin Dillon Show. He's out front of Brian Scott, Darrell Wallace Jr., Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Larson. You're watching NASCAR on Fox. 28 laps into our Hisense 4K TV 300 at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. On board with Elliott Sadler, so let's deliver our Ford EcoBoost track facts. 18 Charlotte wins, most among all manufacturers, 12 of those coming for the Roush Fenway organization. And they swept the races here in 2011, hoping for a little more magic here today.
And back in the 90s and the early O's, when you came here and Mark Martin was sitting in the Ford, you could forget it.
It was all she wrote.
That's when he entered the race, he was going to be the man to beat. There's our leader, Austin Dillon. Check out his rear spoiler. You see on the right side, he has an extension on that spoiler. You're allowed to run that on both sides. It's just more downforce, Clint.
Yeah.
But he's only elected to run it on the right side.
Absolutely, and then you see the second place car,
His
Brian
teammate.
Scott right there. His own teammate that you would think would have the same thing has both ears on it. That's one thing I love about the Xfinity Series. That's an option, and it's an option you can see from the grandstand.
Well, and what I would do, I'd paint those extensions pink so everybody can see exactly what the difference are. But you can see 1 through 3, Bubba's in third. He only has one ear on his spoiler as well.
Surely we can come up with something better than pink.
What do you see here, Larry McReynolds?
Well, I've been watching the same thing with these, I call them dog ears on the rear spoiler, and I always talk about aerodynamics. There's no free lunches. If you help the drag, which running only one dog ear helps the drag, it hurts the downforce. Now, as long as Austin Dillon and his 33 cars out front like that, not a problem. What would concern me with as hot and as slick as this track is what it would do in traffic with only one of those little ears on that rear spoiler.
And I guess he's getting a little bit of feel for traffic driving through the lap machines. He's already gotten by J.J. Yaley, who scored in the 25th position. And if you go back to Las Vegas, he never had to worry about the traffic because he was out front for 183 laps.
Well, let me just tell you, though, he's going through traffic, and the last time by, he slowed down about 0.4 of a second. So anytime you're in traffic, your nose isn't sticking as well, your car isn't handling as well, and you're putting all that in the memory bank, thinking about what you'll have to do later in the race if you indeed get bound up in traffic.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you've got to catch these cars. You got to time those lappers at the right place. You catch them at the wrong time, it can cost you a half a second, 3/4 of a second easy. The one thing that I'm watching this 33 car that I like about it is that thing's skewed out. As you watch that thing come down to the white line, you see that the left rear tire is way out farther away from it than the left front. That thing is pointed in the right direction, coming off the corner, but it's not stepping out. It's not too loose, but it's just right.
Vince, that thing looks perfect the way it's going around the corner. What are they saying down there?
Yeah, no question. Austin Dillon likes it and likes it a lot. He said if it could be any better, it would just be in the fact that he feels like it drags a little bit as he gets back to the gas. But as the team has told him, he continues to build the lead, continues to run lap after lap faster than those that are chasing him, particularly Brian Scott in the second position. That advantage now almost 3 seconds for Austin Dillon.
Status quo day for Austin Dillon. Started on the pole, continues out front. These two drivers sliding in the wrong direction. Eric Almirola, 13th after starting in the 6th position today, Matt.
He has faded 7 spots. He has settled into the 13th position. And simply the car is a handful, especially on exit, just lack of grip. And we are past halfway through this run, so they're already working on what adjustments to try to tighten up the 98 car. But so many times through the years, we've seen Sprint Cup drivers come over and run the Saturday race. And because of familiarity, when they're hitting pit road, they look for their Sprint Cup pit board sign. Not the case for Almirola. Even though he's running number 98 on the car, his team borrowed his Sprint Cup pit board sign. So when he comes down pit road, just to take one more factor out of the equation, he just looks for number 43.
Well, and the reason that could be an issue is you got a 43 in the field. That would be Dakota Armstrong, who drives for Richard Petty Motorsports.
It's going to be a real issue for Dakota. Maybe not.
That's right.
Maybe not for Eric, but Dakota's going to be confused.
And it wouldn't be the first time we'd seen one of you drivers come down pit road and have a little bit of a miscue on what pit box am I in.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we talked about it before the race, guys. One thing that makes me happy is I'm seeing these cars really starting to work that outside line right up against the wall and are actually making some ground up, so I like it.
And look at Casey Kane running high. Opens the door for Elliott Sadler.
Look at that momentum, though, Adam, as he runs off the turn. A lot of speed as he exits because of that high line, keeping that engine wound up.
Whoa.
Look at that.
little dirt tracking right there.
I mean, he was spun out. I mean, he lost that car going in the corner. He hung on to it and got
I told you, when you run high, it's not too far to go to the wall. There's a little insurance program he had there.
But hey, that's part of this, right? Matt just mentioned it. We're closing on the end of this first green flag run. Another 15 laps or so, these guys are going to be on pit road. If it's not Hamlin, you better hang on for the ride.
That was cool.
Yeah.
NASCAR Xfinity Series racing from Charlotte on Fox is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Join NASCAR as we salute our veterans and active military members using the hashtag NASCAR Salutes or visiting NASCAR.com/salute. Very special weekend for NASCAR and our nation's military. Going to take place here tomorrow prior to the Coca-Cola 600. Always a big show as you get set for this Memorial Day weekend classic. Right now you're on board with Elliott Sadler 9th, and right behind him the rookie Daniel Suarez on the move early.
You know what a fan I am of Daniel Suarez, Adam. He always races his way to the front. You can see that's a really tough move to make there that he's putting on Elliott Sadler, or attempting to put on Elliott, down on the bottom of the racetrack. Daniel is very, very talented. He's been able to drive his way through the field up into battling for a top 10 spot, and he does it every week, Clint.
Oh, absolutely. He's fun to watch. Man, if
he's not afraid.
You give him a window, he's going to take it.
Here's Kyle Larson trying to pick up a spot inside the top 5, driving below fellow Cup driver Denny Hamlin in the 54 this weekend. Haven't seen Larson since a couple of months ago at Auto Club Speedway. 4th start of the year for him, each resulting inside the top 10. Not bad today, Vince.
No, not at all. He said it's a little bit too loose at this point, particularly on exit, so he doesn't quite have the drive off that he'd like. But this is the latest and the greatest with this car. The most recent body and aero updates, the most recent chassis updates. So they really got a lot of interest in how this car performs today for Kyle Larson.
And the rookie Brennan Poole came here and tested that 42. Perhaps that's helping him out. Green flag pit stops on the way. Austin Dillon out front here at Charlotte. Under caution for the first time today at Charlotte Motor Speedway, NASCAR Xfinity Series running the Hisense 4K TV 300. Jamie Dick is the reason for the caution. He climbed from that 55 machine, went to the ambulance. Let's look back and see what happened going to turn 1.
This is catastrophic, and it's exactly at the wrong place. Look at that motor blow up going down in the corner, and he is just hanging on at this point.
Oh, absolutely. It's oiling down the back tires, and you're holding on, trying to do whatever you can. Now look at the inside of that car. You can't see anything. Now you're listening to the spotter, and then unfortunately it got into the wall. So that was just definitely a disappointing end to a day. I mean, it's one thing to blow an engine. That costs a lot of money on these teams, and then you go and it backs into the wall. It's just really unfortunate for those guys.
Tough for him. Tough for the guys behind him and their spotters trying to figure out which way do we go. You couldn't tell where he was on track.
I mean, you got to try to find a positive in something. And the one positive I can see is there will not be any mosquitoes in the infield tonight.
Hey, Clint, how good is this right now for drivers like Casey Kane, Kevin Harvick? They're going to get that. They know what they want. They know what they're feeling. And now they're going to get that adjustment.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody right now. I mean, you got to remember, these guys, the last time they're on the track in these conditions was Thursday. So they're all looking forward to this stop.
We're about 5 laps away from pitting under green. Now everyone can get their first pit stop complete under caution flag conditions. The stops will come at lap 50. Let's go to Matt Yoakum.
And Brian Scott moved up 1 spot to second. Now his car was tight early. He was calling for just a minor adjustment, but then he started to lose more and more grip in the front. Meanwhile, the 6 of Bubba Wallace, he said he needed to have his car turn better in turns 3 and 4. He would give up more on the entry to help the exit. Wedge adjustment, some tape on the grill for him. Vince?
Bottom left, Kyle Larson, 2 loose, needs some help on exit. 4 tires, track bar, and wedge adjustment to give him some security. The 33 of Austin Dillon just says he needs a little help getting back to the gas early in the run. It's going to be a wedge adjustment, air pressure, 4 tires, and easily the first one off pit road for the 33.
The number 1 pit stall won Denny Hamlin $1 million on Saturday night. Worked out pretty good here for Austin Dillon. He comes off first. His teammate Brian Scott was second. Here's the reason we're under caution. A spin by Jamie Dick, 50 laps in at Charlotte. NASCAR Xfinity Series racing from Charlotte on Fox is sponsored by Hunt Brothers Pizza, the nation's #1 convenience store pizza brand with over 7,000 locations. And by Toyota. Let's go places. Gorgeous Saturday afternoon, Charlotte Motor Speedway, 11th race of the year for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. 52 laps in, under caution for the first time today.
Ryan Sieg with some issues pushing the Uncle Bob storage car back to the garage area. He's had a solid run. He's always threatening to break into the top 10, running around the top 15 or so, but some issues with that car here today. How blessed are we with this weekend? It's Memorial Day weekend. We're here to honor the troops and say thank you. The weather's perfect. The cars are fast.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better weekend. So much fun. The whole Charlotte area, they host a heck of a party here. The Smith family, Bruton and Marcus and everybody, the job they do here at the racetrack. I mean, it's just a fun weekend for everybody.
You know, this is a big weekend for those drivers running for the Xfinity Series title. The top 4 finishers in today's race are running for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship driver points, eligible for the Dash for Cash. $100,000 on the line next week in Dover. Race fans can get involved to win a $100,000 as well as an all-expense-paid trip to Darlington September 5th. Go to NASCAR.com/dash-for-cash to enter.
I'm quite the dancer, and I want to tell you, that takes talent right there.
There's so much going on in that picture. Did you see the Elvis glasses?
Back live at Charlotte, did you know the all-new Hisense H7 Series 4K Ultra HD Smart TV provides ultra-high definition and brilliant picture quality with 4 times the display resolution and smart TVs for a rich entertainment experience. So we thought we would take a look at drivers that were great in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and went on to greatness. You see them on the right side in the Sprint Cup Series, and some of the other young guns who we think are destined for stardom at NASCAR's top level in the future.
Absolutely. I mean, NASCAR's always had such a great platform of building these drivers and making them superstars, and you can see what all those guys did, and you know, it was because of stepping stones just like this Xfinity Series that prepares you to go on to greatness in the Cup Series. So these guys, this is an opportunity, and they're taking full advantage of it.
Kevin Harvick going to restart 7th. Lost a position there, Jamie.
Yeah, it was an interesting pit stop. Watch this onboard camera angle from the 88 of Kevin Harvick. He comes into his box. The 24 Cup team, Jeff Gordon's pit crew, pitting this car. Watch this. That is the right rear tire. Goes down, clipped by Jeremy Clements. The team does a great job to keep it inside the box right there so they don't get a penalty. They continue working on the car. They make their adjustments, and they only lost 2 spots there, Adam. Nice heads up from this pit crew.
If you want to see some athletes go to work, watch these guys that jump over the wall, cars coming at them at 50 miles an hour, change tires in 12 seconds.
Well, you know, they are athletes. I mean, those guys, that's a football player probably, you know, used to a linebacker coming at him. Can you imagine an automobile? I mean, here, you take the tire. You want it worse than I do.
And normally, a tire gets away out of your box. That's going to be a penalty. When another driver hits it under those circumstances, not a penalty from NASCAR.
Let's go racing, boys.
Teammates in the front row. Austin Dillon, the control car, chooses the inside lane.
And look at the push Denny Hamlin's giving Dillon down on the inside. Denny's wanting to push him out in front so he can grab that 2nd spot.
You know, Denny had the luxury, too, of having a teammate behind him, because anytime you push him like that, it creates a little bit of a pocket. You get down into turn 1, you got to get on the brakes a little bit. He knew that teammate wasn't going to, you know, stick him 3 wide. Speaking of 3 wide, look at this.
And speaking of teammates.
For the lead, Brian Scott inside of Austin Dillon.
They're 3 wide behind him. Look at this battle for the top 5 spots.
Oh, Eric Jones in the middle. It's Chase Elliott outside Kyle Larson. Harvick and Ty Dillon right behind him. And you see that speedy dry on track. No one's smoking. This is the remnants of them cleaning up that accident a moment ago.
And that just shows you right there how important it is to pounce. They've got cars right there in their lap. They want to pass everybody they can as quickly as they can.
Well, let me tell you something. Kyle Larson just pounced out on the outside. He went around him like they're tied to a tree.
Brian Scott made that run at Austin Dillon, and then he lost all the momentum because Dillon is pulled away, and now Brian Scott's got Darrell Wallace Jr. right behind him for 2nd. They're still side by side for the 7th spot.
Oh, he wanted to come down right there.
Look at Larson.
Man, that's awesome. I tell you what, he took advantage of those 2 racing hard, getting into 1, went right by him on the outside. Now he's in 3rd place.
You won the showdown last week, Clint, and you had to start with Kyle Larson right behind you. You had to know when you got to turn 1, if you didn't go high, he's gonna go to the very edge, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, the drivers that are going to take advantage of that and try it, and he's certainly one of them. So I had to, you know, protect and go up there and do something I necessarily didn't want to do. But that's just good racing. You got to go on these restarts of these 1.5-mile tracks. That's your time to pounce, and certainly we see some pouncing going on.
Not sure what Ernie Koch did to Chase Elliott's car on that pit stop, but the 9 appears to be fast since the green flag went back in the air. On board with last year's champion here, and he's got company, his teammate and defending Cup champ Kevin Harvick to the inside that white and green 88.
This is some good racing here. These boys are trying to get everything they can get, and they're doing it on the bottom like you see Harvick here, and we saw Larson on the top, so there's a lot of racing room out there, guys. Wow, he shut the door on Hamlin.
Yeah, absolutely. Hamlin took it right back. I mean, you know, Denny's car is really strong, too. That's the thing about these restarts is sometimes, oh, now he washed back up. That's the frustrating thing about racing hard with somebody. You know, you get to the bottom, you go in there harder than you need to, your car washes up, and look at him. Now Harvick's right back underneath of him again.
Denny did not enter that corner like he wanted to, and when someone at the talent level of Denny Hamlin doesn't get it done like he wants to, Kevin Harvick is going to be right there to take advantage of it, and that's what we saw. This is a great battle.
This is what racing's all about. Back and forth, you know, you get in, you wash up, he goes back under you. Now the roles reverse, getting into the next corner. Denny's working that outside line. I mean, I'm really, really hoping that outside line, especially tomorrow night when we have even, you know, a little bit more horsepower, that maybe it'll prevail even more.
6 laps under green since the caution flag, and it's been electric. Now things settling down just a little bit. Austin Dillon leads this race. A good battle here. Chase Elliott in the 9, racing with Denny Hamlin. That's for 6th on track.
I tell you what, from what I see right now, unless something happens, these boys are racing for 2nd. This Austin Dillon is putting down some lap times now.
Oh, he's amazing, and we've seen it all weekend. But you got to look at Chase Elliott. He's driven from outside the top 10 up into a competitive position. He was 12th on the restart, and now he's up to 7th. So this is a car you might have to contend with before the day's over. What an amazing job this young man did last week, Clint. There was a green-white checkered out in Iowa. He didn't have tires. There were fresh tires breathing down his neck. He didn't win, but he got second, and that could be the key to him racing to a championship this year.
You know, something as a race car driver that's been in this sport for a long time, when you watch these guys coming up, all of them are aggressive, all of them are attack and drive really hard and capable of doing so. The ones that are smart about it and you know, really take care of the race car, get down to the end and then get aggressive when they need to, that's something that is hard to learn and nourish, and he certainly has that you know, God-given gift.
Look at that run Harvick got on Hamlin. Wow. Looked like he was shot out of a cannon down the back straightaway, and he's going to go to the inside. Can he finish the pass?
If you're Dale Jr., you got to be proud today. 4 cars in the race, 3 of them running inside the top 8, including Casey Kane, who just drove around Denny Hamlin for the 6th position.
And the way this sport is, yesterday, or Thursday, excuse me, if you were Dale Jr., you had to have your shaking your head a little bit. Why aren't any of my cars up near the front? Now today they all are.
What's going on with that 5, Vince?
Well, they really like it. It was a little tight the first run. They worked on freeing it up to get it comfortable where he needed it to be. You know, this is the only scheduled run for this 5 this season, the only scheduled run, we should say. And he'll be in the 88. Casey Kane will be next weekend at Dover. But Ryan Pemberton, the crew chief, got this one fixed up for this second run.
It's got to be cool when you're the competition director to get an opportunity to get out of the office and go back atop the pit box. Ryan Pemberton is saddled up with the right guy. Casey Kane, so much success here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Absolutely. We're watching that battle for second. Kyle got around him. Let's see once he gets in this clean air if he can do anything, you know, as far as catching Austin.
Well, he had a strong car here a year ago. Got up there on the high side and grabbed the victory. Let's see where he's heading today.
Here's what I love, the different lines that these guys are running, and almost 3 distinct different lines there as they fanned out into the corner.
Well, you have to. It's a certain. When you go into the corner and you cross Wakes, as we were watching that 6 car really get down to the line with him, his saving grace here is that 2 car slipped up a little bit. He enabled him to get that left headlight out, and that's all you need. If you can get your left side out and have some air downforce on that front on the left side, you're going to be okay.
Boyer, I'll give it to you. The first third of the race, it's the Sprint Cup drivers that are taking to the Xfinity racers, but there's 2/3 to go, brother.
And who knows, maybe we'll get a nice late restart that'll save you, Michael. Nice move there by a couple of drivers running for the championship. Darrell Wallace Jr., Brian Scott racing for position behind Austin Dillon. NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing from Charlotte on Fox is sponsored by Cialis. 26 laps away from the halfway point in today's 300-miler at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Austin Dillon out front. He's led the first 74 laps in this one. Denny Hamlin riding 7th. Brian Scott is 8th and going in the wrong direction. Here's the reason why.
Don't ever question how hard these guys are trying. Look at Brian Scott. He had moved up to the high side. He had lost some progress. Remember, he was 2nd early in the race, but he couldn't find the grip. Started going up high looking for it, and man, he almost wiped that car out.
What did we do? A little bit of air out of the left rear, bud, and that was it. I think we should have adjusted more for the nose weight versus old tires. Sorry. We'll get you fixed up the next one.
Hey, Boyer, how many times you said that? What the heck did we do?
Well, you have a lot of things that compile up against you, though. You know, obviously, he didn't get the adjustment that he needed, and everybody else had that opportunity to adjust. Now, he's no longer the 2nd car in line. You know, he doesn't have that clean air advantage. He's back there in dirty air, and it just amplifies your problem that much more. So, hopefully, they'll get a caution here and get him, you know, back in the race there. But the biggest thing is he had a golden opportunity to really hurt that car. He just kissed it a little bit. She'll be fine.
So it's gone from bad to worse for him because the adjustment he didn't like, so his car got bad, but then the traffic just made it that much worse.
Yeah, but as a race car driver, I really like the crew chief, keeping his head in the game, keeping him positive, pumped up. You know, that's what you want to hear. You're down, you're dejected, you're bummed out. Everybody's passing you. You've already been in the fence. Nothing's going right, and he said the right things that a driver needs to hear there to stay in the game.
And you know, Adam, the cool thing is he's racing along with Eric Jones. He's ahead of Ty Dillon. He's a little bit off right now, but he's battling with some really fast, good race cars. So if he can get the right adjustment, he can get back in the game.
And while Eric Jones is 9th, I'm not sure that 20 team totally happy right now.
Well, we've done body-wise, if anything, but these things are so bad in traffic the last few weeks. Still plowing. It wasn't a tick loose. I mean, not even a quarter loose. Just plowing still.
Eric Jones frustrated, got his first career win on one of the other 1.5 miles earlier this season. Texas Motor Speedway, top 5 run last week at Iowa after starting in the back, didn't qualify the car. Nearly won the Truck Series race here last Friday night, coming up short to Casey Kane, but not satisfied with that GameStop Toyota. 79 laps in this afternoon.
You know, it's funny to hear these young kids. I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of experience, and he's like, what have we done to these bodies? This thing hasn't turned good in months, you know what I mean? And it's neat to have that confidence in a driver already. And you know, this point in the game that he has that mindset and you know, that determination to have a good car each and every week. They'll get him freed up. You got to, as a fellow race car driver, you got to be careful saying stuff like that on the radio, because when they get that next opportunity, he won't be tight anymore.
You know, right behind him, the 3-car of Ty Dillon, and I think we can agree, Michael, surprised that he hasn't made more progress today. And then if you drift on back, you see Chris Buescher, 15th in the running order today after winning last week. I'm sure that's not what our championship leader wanted this afternoon, Jamie.
Definitely not. Now that he's leading the points for the first time in his career, he really expected to ride that wave of momentum. Well, they haven't gone anywhere today. He's loose in and loose off the corner, and so loose off the corner, meaning the back end wants to come around. He hasn't been able to run the high line. They started 14th, running 15th. Even with the adjustments, it's not helping, Vince.
Well, that 22 of Ryan Blaney got his hands full as well. It just says it's just tight all over the track. And he just told crew chief Greg Irwin, I wish I could give you something more to tell you. And Irwin said, no problem. Don't worry about it. Traffic not helping us at all, but we'll get you fixed up, assuring his driver it's going to get better. Matt?
Vince, near the end of that first run, Eric Almirola said the car had balance and shifted to the tight side, and he completely wore out that right front. He was just so hard on it. They made an air pressure change on the stop. He says the car is driving so much better now. The problem, he's deep in traffic. Very rough racing in traffic, he said.
And all these teams, obviously, Matt, have had an opportunity to make an adjustment. So they're already thinking about their second pit stop of the day. As you look at Elliott Sadler, who's up to 7th now. That's Eric Jones in the 20 behind him. And look at Denny Hamlin trying to hold off Ty Dillon in traffic.
Denny Hamlin's trying to hold off the world, I bet it feels like to him. Everybody's progressed right to Denny's bumper. We saw him battling earlier with Kevin Harvick. Harvick is driven away. He's up in the 4th spot, and Denny just keeps on dropping.
And you know, guys, that's one thing as you're on these mile-and-a-half racetracks, restarts are so important. You can't lose sight of the fact that you got to take off good. You can prevail so much more on that short go. That's the opportunities there on these restarts. But if you don't have a good long-run package and it does go long, like we're seeing here, you're in trouble.
The one big mover in that opening segment of the race, the 18 of Daniel Suarez, the rookie out of Monterrey, Mexico, back inside the top 10. It's Austin Dillon out front, 84 laps complete at Charlotte.
You know, it's kind of funny that they made it as far as they did before it went loose. A lot of times they'll come loose, you know, within 4 or 5 laps. You'll know it right off the bat, but that maybe held on there for a while.
Clint, what's that feel like as a driver? What does it do to your car? How do you know it's a loose wheel? How do you diagnose that?
The vibration gets worse and worse, obviously, and it gets so intense that you can hear the vibration. When it gets that bad and it starts wiggling, a car getting in the corner, you better get your butt to the pits.
Now, when you look at this race, the trend right now has been long green flag runs. How do you manage strategy from here, having to make this stop, Larry?
Well, I was just going to say, pretty much with Denny Hamlin in this 54 car, I think the window will open for green flag pit stops somewhere around lap 100. If somehow this can cycle through green flag pit stops, this will not be a total disaster for him, because the biggest thing, guys, watch the score monitor and see how quick he'll be on these brand new Goodyear tires.
And he's the first car 1 lap down as of now, Denny being scored in the 21st position. There's a look at Austin Dillon, has dominated this race, leading the first 91 laps, and there you look at the tires that came off that Monster Energy Toyota.
And I will tell you, Adam, maybe the only way you're going to beat Austin Dillon is to have some strategy differential than everybody else. Maybe that trip to pit road can benefit Denny Hamlin, because on sheer speed, it doesn't look like anybody's got anything for number 33.
NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing on Fox is sponsored by Ford F-150. Introducing the all-new Ford F-150, the future of tough. And by Colonel Sanders Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's still finger-licking good. Saw the 54 of Denny Hamlin come down the pit lane. Unscheduled stop there. Here's the 98 of Eric Almirola, Matt.
And still trying to make more improvements on that 98 car. The wrench is in the back window. They're going to make a track bar adjustment on that 98 machine. Solid stop so far. Left side down. Remember earlier, his car was on the tight side near the end of the first run. Basically there this run.
When you have a car as dominant as Austin Dillon, and Larry just kind of touched on where we think these guys will be as far as their next green flag stop. Do you handle that differently, and how much can you outthink yourself when you have a car this good and you start putting together the pieces in regard to strategy from here on out?
Well, you're kind of darned if you do, darned if you don't as far as strategy goes, in my opinion, because whatever you do, they're going to have to do opposite of you to try to beat you in any way, shape, or form. So, you know, seeing what Eric Almirola did, short pitting right here, trying to take an advantage, trying to capitalize on some track position here with new tires is the only way you're going to outrun Austin in this 33 car.
What's the latest on Denny Hamlin's car, Vince?
Well, as Hamlin came to the pit road saying he thought he had a loose wheel, the team confirms the right front a little loose. They took the opportunity to make a chassis adjustment as well for Denny to try to free him up. Said the car was way too tight.
And with Eric Almirola now coming to pit road, Denny has scored 20th. Still the first car one lap down. These cars pitted at lap 50, likely coming back somewhere just north of lap 100, as Larry pointed out a moment ago. So I'd say there's a pretty decent chance this will cycle through, both for Denny Hamlin and Eric Almirola, who came to pit road moments ago under green.
Yeah, they'll have to catch a break. The caution tends to fly sometimes before the scheduled pit stops happen. So if that doesn't take place, then obviously Hamlin will be okay. But I think that if you look at the lap times that cars are running, the only guy lately that's been able to get near what the 33 of Austin Dillon is running is that 6 car of Bubba Wallace. And look at Bubba around the outside of Kyle.
I think Kyle just finally said, take it. Well, I think he's going to pit here too.
Wow, this is early. Guys, I can't believe they're coming in just 40-some laps on this run. Maybe some issues, Vince. What are they saying?
Yeah, flat left rear for Kyle Larson. Certainly weren't scheduled to come in at this early stop, but flat left rear for the 42.
So he will get his service at lap 97. And Michael, I'm thinking you better become the president of the Darrell Wallace Jr. fan club, because when we came on the air today, you said, I like these drivers in the NASCAR Xfinity Series to go out and beat those Sprint Cup drivers today, and he's really the only one hanging with him right now.
Well, at the third mark of this race, it was a couple of Sprint Cup regulars that were leading in Austin Dillon and Kyle Larson. Now we're halfway, Boyer, and Darrell Wallace Jr. is up to second. I'm right on your heels, buddy.
I still got a pretty good horse in this race. But by the way, mine is winning. You're trying to chase me down, but you're doing a pretty good job. They're starting to see some cars pit, and you never know. You know, the 42 hitting pit road like that, it may be a good thing. But now we see the leader, Austin Dillon, hitting pit road as well.
He's going to make his scheduled green flag stop just shy of lap 100, lap 99, when the 33 comes down for his second stop of the afternoon, Vince.
No one has challenged the 33 today. It has been the dominant car, started on the pole. Remember, this is the car that Austin drove at Las Vegas, and he put that one in victory lane as well on that particular day. They have not made any major changes to this car at all. It's a 4-tire change for the 33. Matt?
His brother, the 3 car, Ty Dillon, is in. They've already made a chassis adjustment. His biggest issue all day, the car just way too tight through the center. They made the same adjustments on their first run. And the 2 car, Brian Scott, he is in. Right side tires on, left side's going on. Remember, they said they felt like they needed to take a bigger swing at it. This one. Meanwhile, the 9 of Chase Elliott, he is in, as is the 6 of Bubba Wallace. Now, Bubba felt like his car was tight at the beginning of the run because there was more on the splitter due to low air pressure. And the 9 of Chase Elliott is in. He moved all the way up to 5th. Now, a chassis adjustment on the first stop to try to help the balance. They made headway. More air pressure changes this time. Jamie.
And the 88 of Kevin Harvick is in. Let's see if this will be a clean stop. The team getting it done. Chassis adjustment right there. 4-tire adjustment for the 88 who moved his way up. Vince?
Well, the 5 of Casey Kane, they've been fighting tight throughout much of the day, still tight through the center. They're going to free it up. 4 tires, chassis adjustment, air pressure, giving him a little bit more freedom with that 5 car. The 20 of Eric Jones also been fighting tight. They had to make an adjustment there to try to free him up. Stalls it there in the pit box, gets it away now. Jamie.
Daniel Suarez doing a nice job today, has worked his way all the way up into the top 10. He's never raced anything here before, listening to his spotter diligently, saying he's just a little bit tight through the center, so that's a lot better than the first run today. A 4-tire stop for the 18.
All of these cars you're seeing on the pit lane now coming in as a part of scheduled service under green. First stops of the day under caution, lap 50. The fuel window here 50 to 55, and things have cycled through now. Landon Castle is the race leader. He is yet to come to pit road, and then once he makes his stop, it once again will be Austin Dillon.
Problems with the 42 car of Kyle Larson coming down the front straightaway. It looked like he lost power, was able to get the car to the bottom of the racetrack. Vince, what are they saying down there?
You know, it's interesting. When he came before, they thought they had a left rear down, but all 4 tires were up. And then Kyle comes back on the radio after getting back out and says he feels like something in the left rear might have broken. They're going to go back to the garage, the 42.
Looks like just the right rear tire's flat, Vince.
Yeah, they're going to take it back to the garage, though, because he feels something in the left rear as well.
Yeah.
You definitely see the right rear is flat, though. Yes,
I would say the track bar or something's moving around and causing those tires to rub and have a flat tire. But I tell you, I heard the 25 car, John West Townley, down a cylinder 2 out here. So there's a lot going on. Attrition's starting to become a factor.
So Austin Dillon in the 2nd position, and he will go back to the race lead once Landon Castle makes his pit stop. Darrell Wallace Jr., who was 2nd when the cycle of green flag pit stops began, is 3rd right now, but will be 2nd in line. Then it's Casey Kane and Kevin Harvick. And oh, by the way, all worked out for Denny Hamlin. Had to come early with the loose wheel. And everybody makes their pit stops. He is 6th in the running order right now. We're at lap 104. Back live at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Today's NASCAR Xfinity Series race well underway. Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, proudly supporting our military for 100 years. Show your support for our troops at Goodyear.com. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. Under caution for the second time today. Some debris on track. It came from Brendan Gaughan.
Yeah, Brendan got into the wall a little bit earlier, as you can see the damage on his right rear, but man, what a handful. And that right rear goes down like that. I mean, you can see he gets it back underneath of him and then about spins out again right here as that thing's walking around. So Brendan did a great job of saving that car. It could have been bad.
Yeah, you're talking about running on 3 wheels at 180 miles an hour. That's just nearly impossible to do. And the fact that Brendan didn't turn that thing head on into the wall was an amazing accomplishment.
And the fact that it was right in front of the leader, Austin Dillon, too. So, you know, you always wonder how you can lose these things, and that's a good chance.
Larry, what do you see here? And Landon Castle hasn't pitted yet under the green flag cycle, so this is good for him, I'm assuming. And what do you do if you're the other front runners?
Well, I think you have 3 sets of tires, and you only have about 16 drivers on the lead lap. Come get me 4 fresh ones.
Well, I think you agree with those calling the shots today, because here they come. The stops will happen under caution at lap 110, Matt.
And not in their window, but they want to keep up with what the pattern is set by the leader. So Bubba Wallace will hit pit road. He doesn't want a major adjustment because the balance is pretty close to where he would like it on that 6 machine. Vince.
The 5 of Casey Kane, they've just been battling tight through the center much of the day today. It's a 4-tire change for Casey Kane. Now the 33 of Austin Dillon is coming as well, coming from the lead, and they're expecting to do right sides only and gas for the 33.
They did do right sides, and easily the first off pit road, that 33 of Denny Hamlin, the 33 rather of Austin Dillon. And what about Denny Hamlin? He had those problems earlier, had to come down pit road, unscheduled stop, stayed on the lead lap when things cycled through. He was the second car off pit road there.
Hey, Michael, Clint.
Yes, sir.
Why in the
Kevin Harvick, the race leader at Charlotte Motor Speedway, he stayed out on this cycle of pit stops under caution. NASCAR Xfinity Series just past halfway in today's 300-miler here at CMS, and such a big weekend as NASCAR celebrates our veterans in Memorial Day weekend, and I know a very special weekend for a couple of your guys, Clint.
Absolutely. Both my front guys, the changer and the carrier, Alan Steele, you see here, they're both war heroes and extremely neat to be on my front of my race car. As you can see here, just both of them have been two tours in Iraq, and appreciate everything they do. All of the veterans, what they do for us. I appreciate all you guys making this possible. It's so much fun to live in a country like this and to have this much fun, and it's all because of them.
And we hop in a race car and put on a helmet and we think we got it tough. You see those guys with the camouflage on, hiding in the trees with a gun, knowing that they're out protecting our country and looking out for our goodwill. It's just amazing, and I'm so thankful for this Memorial Day holiday.
Under caution for the second time today. A lot of guys come down pit road. Couple of schools of thought here. One, the guys that stayed out, Kevin Harvick, and of course Daniel Suarez, who will restart first and second. And then those who pitted, and among them Austin Dillon, who was leading, took only 2 tires.
This is good for us. We've mixed this baby up now. We've got Harvick up front. We know how good he is. We've talked about that. Suarez as well. And why do you think the dominant car of the day, Austin Dillon, only got 2 tires? Everybody else that pitted got 4.
Man, like I said earlier, you're darned if you do, darned if you don't. The clean air has been so good to them. That crew chief was just afraid if he lost that, they may be struggling. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. Truth be told, I think that car's been so fast it doesn't matter. If it just stayed out, it's going to be just fine.
A couple of other headlines under caution. For those stories, we go to Matt Yoakum.
During the first 80 laps, Chase Elliott reported he had low voltage on the 9. He swapped to the second battery, and then he started to see the same problem continue. Right before the stop, he swapped back to the first battery, and then they changed the battery on pit road, sent him back out. But he says that there was still an issue, so they brought him back in just to make sure the connections were tight and sent him out. Meanwhile, the 2 of Brian Scott, they believe they've got a shock that's gone bad on the left front or right front. They're not sure.
So a bad break for Brian Scott, who's now being shown in the 25th position. 2 laps down. Bad break for him after qualifying 3rd. And Chase Elliott is 17th, one of the final cars on the lead lap. Let's get a report on Austin Dillon with Vince.
Well, and the question as to why they took just right sides instead of 4 tires, Nick Harrison, the crew chief, spoke to him just a moment ago. He said, we were afraid if we came down and took 4 that others would took 2. And he said, to me, the most important thing would be the track position. And because we only had 10 laps on those right sides, he felt like, or on the left sides rather, they felt like they could get away with right sides only without hurting the car. We'll see.
Well, I agree. That car's been so dominant, and the tires don't fall off a great deal here at Charlotte. So I like that call. And Clint, you said it perfectly. When you're the leader, you're the sitting duck. If you don't pull onto pit road, everybody else will. And if you do, sometimes others won't. And we saw that with Harvick and Suarez gaining that track position. And so you got to appreciate Nick Harrison's play. He said, this is what I need to do to make sure I'm out front. My car's fast out front, and that's where I want it to be.
Oh, absolutely. But if you're Austin Dillon, the last guy you want to see out front in one of these things is Kevin Harvick with that clean air. That's a tall order right there.
Speaking of Kevin Harvick, now our Polaris hardest working pit crew. It's the 88 team doing a nice job getting it done earlier on pit road through some adverse times.
Watch this little move here. He's running with his tire and bam, gets clipped. But look at how he recovered. Scrambled, got the tire, picked it up, and continued his work.
Harvick lost 1 spot on pit road on that stop.
I couldn't, I didn't know till, I told you as soon as I seen the first one drop off, but it was too late, Yeah, it's important, man. I wish there was more out there with us, but it is what it is. We'll be all right. See what we got anyhow.
Jeff Gordon, Sprint Cup crew, pitting that car. Dave Ellens, the crew chief, working with 4 different drivers this season.
I just think Harvick is good.
It sounds too confident, though.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, okay, give me Kevin Harvick with 10 laps on my tires. I might take my chances with that. He might pull this off.
I'll tell you another one of the players early in this race, Kyle Larson, but he's in the garage. What's up there, Jamie?
He is. Well, we saw him have a flat right rear and then a flat left rear. Just talked to the team. It is a broken rear shock mount. They're working to fix that. They're hoping to get him back out. He's leaving that window net up.
Well, and there's the guy that was, as we said, good early today, won this race a season ago, and unfortunately Kyle Larson sitting idle in the garage right now, 35th in the running order. Right now it's NASCAR on Fox. Tonight it's baseball night in America right here on Fox. Cardinals and Royals, great rivalry there. You know a thing or two about that, right, Clint? Saw you in your Royals garb a couple of weeks ago.
You know, Kenny Wallace is a big Cardinals fan. We're coming for you, Kenny.
You got this one, don't you, Boyer?
Also got the Angels, Red Sox, Orioles, Marlins. It's Major League Baseball on Fox. It happens tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And as we get set to go back under green, one more look at the patriotic colors of our Toyota Camry pace car, the 2015 model, in charge of the field today.
Good looking rig.
What a beautiful pace car, and this could be our high sense moment of the race. Can those front two hold off the fast car of Austin Dillon? This is going to be good stuff.
This is going to be good. These guys are on old tires. These restarts are so important. It's going to be, you know, you got a good jump right there. That's so important, especially here. It's way easy to spin your tires, but Kevin looked like he went a little bit early and got out there and did what he needed to do.
And there's, on the outside, you can see Suarez. He's hanging beside Dillon off the turn. That makes it really tough for Dillon to get the gas down. Getting a big push from Bubba Wallace, though.
I was really surprised to see that. That was an opportunity for Bubba to dip down and make that 3 wide and get ahead of that 33 car that he's going to have to do it sooner or later.
Well, Hamlin got in that outside lane, slid back in the wrong direction, and look who is working their way into the top 5. The 7 of Regan Smith. Haven't said his name much today, but he's making a rally mid-race.
Well, look at these guys. We talk about the restarts and how important they are, and this is scrambling. This is all the racing you want, Jamie. It looks like the 7's coming alive here past midway point.
Well, Michael, they couldn't go anywhere but up after the day they've had so far. He said it is the worst car he's ever driven as far as roughness. It has been terrible over the bumps. The front end won't turn. It's been numb. They have worked on it. This is the best they've been all day.
Team trying to bounce back from what was a disappointing Sunday at Iowa Speedway, and right now they're making some progress. Regan Smith in the 7th position, right behind his teammate Casey Kane.
Kevin Harvick just ran his fastest lap of the race the last time by. He ran a 30:19, and that is as fast as anyone's run all day long. I told you, give me Harvick with a little track position, 10-lap older tires. I think I'm all right.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, track position's everything on these bigger racetracks like this. Everybody knows that. But, man, I'm telling you, you can see Kevin's driving his butt off. She's starting to wash up off that white line, and Austin's still glued to it. It ain't going to be long.
You think the end is near for this lead that Kevin has, huh?
He better enjoy it while it lasts.
And look at Chase Elliott. Had to change the battery, restarted outside the top 15. He's driving through the field, trying to get back up to 6th.
Oh, but he slid high there in turn 4. Almost got into the outside wall, and they're 3 wide on the front.
Yeah, and in that mix, the red 60 of Chris Buescher. Haven't mentioned the championship leader's name a whole lot today. He was back in the top 10 a moment ago. In fact, 1-2 in points side by side inside of Buescher in that black and red 60, the man who was second in the title chase coming in, the 3 of Ty Dillon.
You know, guys, one thing that I will say about this race for the lead here that's shaping up to be a race for the lead is we saw it the other night in the All-Star race with Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. Aero is such an important thing. It'll be interesting to see how tough Kevin can make it on Austin when he gets to him.
Man, it's so important to be able to hang that left front down below the car that you're racing. Get that air on the front end. You saw Austin do that, and he's driving around Harvick.
But you also saw at Harvick, he was trying to arc it in big and get that big arc, get down, and so he could be low coming off and just miss the bottom one time, one little slip up, and that's all it took. But to be honest with you, that really wasn't his fault. I mean, that's no tires versus 2 tires right there and the fastest car. So, we're going to have work to do to beat that 33 car.
And you know who's done some work is Bubba Wallace. He's in the 3rd spot, and he's been able to keep pace with the 2 leaders up front. And we've got battles all over this racetrack.
Had a big run on him right there off of 2.
Look at Bubba coming.
Yeah, Darrell Wallace Jr. driving up behind 2nd place Kevin Harvick, who's not letting Austin Dillon get away. Maybe he is here. Oh, that's dangerous, huh?
See how Wallace was able just to tuck that nose to the left?
You're killing everything for the exit.
That's the key. You just got to try to get some fresh air, some air on your left side so you can get downforce. You can finish the pass that way. We saw Bubba almost pull that off turn 4.
If you're running for Rookie of the Year, you get 4 tests. Darrell Wallace Jr. used one of those here. He has been walking through the garage with a swagger since it opened on Thursday, feeling really good, and it's paying off on track. They have been solid since they went on track.
Well, it always makes you feel good when you go to a racetrack. You do you put the work in. You work hard. The team works hard. They build a good race car to come here, and they're reaping the benefits.
You know, you said he gets 4 tests. He won't ever get a test bigger than this one right here. He's getting ready to drive around Kevin Harvick, and he's chasing down Austin Dillon for the lead. This could be a big day for Bubba.
A rookie absolutely going to school. Came in leading the Rookie of the Year standings, and he's back to second in the running order behind Austin Dillon.
Love it. Go get him, Bubba.
I like what Chad Norris said there. Nice and smooth. Now go get the 33.
That's my guy.
You know, as an owner, Michael, isn't it fun to see, you know, when you spend all that money on a test, it actually works and your car's running up front?
Yes, it is. A lot of times that's not necessarily the case.
And look at this tweet from Delana. Mommy, I didn't know Mr. Boyer got dressed up. Why did he dress up? Is he in trouble?
You would think so, Keelan. That is exactly spot on. It's just what I feel like.
When
I'm in
Boyer
trouble.
dresses up and comes to the TV booth, it's us.
It's
that gets in
uncomfortable. That's
trouble.
what it is.
NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing from Charlotte on Fox is sponsored by Game of War. Play free now. .68 laps to go. It is the Hisense 4K TV 300 live at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Austin Dillon, the race leader. Darrell Wallace Jr. hanging tough in second.
Yeah, Mr. Sprint Cup driver Clint Boyer, my Xfinity guy is coming after you the last time by. Bubba Wallace about 1/10 of a second faster than our leader Austin Dillon. I like the way this 6 car is looking. After a couple adjustments, trips to pit road, he's really able to hang the bottom. You can see the key to running well here at Charlotte today is the bottom as Casey Kane makes his way around Denny Hamlin. You get a car that'll work down low, that could be a big advantage, and that's what we're seeing out of Wallace.
Oh yeah, he's going to close up big time right there as Austin had to go around the outside, but you know, you had a handful of confidence as we were in a break. I mean, it's going to be 10 laps he's going to be around him. Now you've changed the pitch just a little bit. I'm kind of seeing him start to lose that bottom line just a little bit. That Austin's car is so strong from the center off. It hugs that white line, and that's what you got to have.
Another car and a guy that is really talented here. Oh, we got a slow car up in turn 4. As you see, our leaders have come up on, is that Billy Boat, or excuse me, Chad Boat, making his way to pit road, but.
So here you have Austin Dillon leading. Second is Darrell Wallace Jr. Kevin Harvick running third, but remember, he stayed out when everyone pitted at lap 111.
See how well it's hanging on. Said I was way wrong. I thought we'd be in the back by now. 10-4, good job hanging on.
Yeah, he's running in the third spot. Catching him is Kasey Kahne, a car I was talking about before we went to Harvick's audio. Casey's fast. That car's really coming. He's made his way up to the 4th spot. Looks like his lap times are good as well. So he's closing on the car of Kevin Harvick here.
When Clint said earlier, what happened Thursday in practice means nothing because the track is going to be so different today. Case in point, Junior Motorsports. They were struggling in practice. All 4 of their cars inside the top 10. Here you see Harvick and Kahne. Regan Smith is 8th. Chase Elliott is 9th. But leading is Austin Dillon with 64 to go. NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing from Charlotte on Fox is sponsored by Ford. We go further so you can. 141 of 200 laps complete. It's 300 miles for the NASCAR Xfinity Series on a Saturday afternoon at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Austin Dillon started on the poles, led 123 laps. He's out front now. Darrell Wallace Jr., Kevin Harvick, Kasey Kahne, Denny Hamlin complete the top 5. On board with Chase Elliott. Scored 9th at this stage of the race and trying to run down his teammate Regan Smith. You can see him out in front of him there.
And Chase has done a good job of making that Napa Chevy better and better all day long. You can see there, Adam, he's able to hang lower on the exit of the turn than Smith. That's how he's caught him, but he just can't seem to make the move around him. But this is a good battle on the track.
It's definitely a battle for the bottom. You know, the one thing that I see as I'm looking down the scoreboard, the lone wolf, Darrell Wallace Jr. right there in the middle of all the Cup regulars. It's neat to see. It's neat to see these younger guys with this talent. They came here, just like we talked about earlier. They worked hard. They put the the work in, the test and everything, and they're seeing the benefits. So it's good for Daryl. He's done a good job.
You know, it wasn't too long ago that Austin Dillon was the Xfinity Series driver that won the championship and made his name known here in this series. And now with the performance of Bubba Wallace running right there in second place, the progression of that young man has been impressive. We saw him, Larry, last year just really work his way into being highly competitive everywhere he went in the truck, and now he's doing it in the Cup car, or excuse me, in the Xfinity car. How's he going to use some strategy to get around that car that's leading the race that's been so dominant?
Well, Michael, it may be strategy, but it may be forced to pit under green, because when I look at Kevin Harvick and Daniel Suarez, somewhere around lap 150 to 155, they're going to have to make a green flag pit stop. But I think now the window is open, so I would not be surprised to see Kevin Harvick, especially in that 33 car, on pit road soon. Now, all the other leaders that pitted, they can go somewhere between lap 160 and 165.
Larry, that was
I don't know who that was, but somebody slid up and got in the wall right there. Is that J.J. Yaley?
Yeah, J.J. Yaley.
I tell you what, the wall straightened him up, but that was a big wiggle right there.
And
that was a wreck is what that was.
The 33 car.
We're good to the end on fuel now if we pit any time right now. It's kind of in our court. We just got to be wise not to short pit too short to catch a caution, but we also got to watch guys that are fast enough to outrace us here if it goes green.
Talking that strategy, Adam.
Yeah, Nick Harrison kind of following up on what Larry said and the options you have in front of you. 54 laps to go, closing on the fourth quarter in the Hisense 4K TV 300.
We'd love to say happy Memorial Day to all the vets that have served. None of this is possible without you guys. Just thank the vets and really thank them for all their sacrifices and support.
From the bottom of my heart, there's nothing we can do enough that truly shows our gratitude.
Thank you to all the troops, all the ones who have served and are serving now. Just appreciate it.
Join NASCAR as we salute our veterans and active military members using the hashtag NASCAR salutes or visiting NASCAR.com/salute. And so cool what you guys are doing with the Sprint Cup cars tomorrow, coming together with NASCAR and the windshield banner, celebrating the life of one of our fallen soldiers. Such a special Memorial Day weekend here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
It really is. It's so much fun to come to this weekend. Such a special weekend, and for them to give us the opportunity to honor and recognize one of them on our windshields. I'm very fortunate to have my own grandfather on mine, and it's something that makes me really proud. So neat weekend for not only us, but all the veterans and the military folks.
Yeah, it's just saying thank you to all the people that have given the ultimate sacrifice for our country, and saying thank you on Memorial Day to those troops, that men and women that gave it all.
Boys, I don't know about you, but sure would like to see a caution right now.
Well, that would change the game, wouldn't it?
What I love is that shot right there. Dylan's leading the race, right? He comes off turn 4 with a couple second lead sideways. That's how hard that young man's racing that car. He's got it all right on the edge, and I think the regular scheduled pit stops are starting now. Here comes Harvick to pit road.
Yeah, and he had to come a little early because he last pitted at lap 101, Jamie.
And he's led 11 laps today. He's saying he just needs to turn a little bit better. There's the chassis adjustment to try to help him out. They'll fill him up with fuel to get him to the end. 4 tire stop to wipe the grill, Vince.
Well, the 20 of Eric Jones is in as well. Says the right front just gets too hot, and then he just can't get it to turn. It won't go anywhere. Working to help get that forward drive and get that front end to turn a little bit better on this stop. 4 tires.
And Jones would be coming on the front end of his window because he was one of those drivers that elected to come under caution at lap 111. Likely the next guy we would see, Daniel Suarez, up inside the top 5, but he, like Kevin Harvick, stayed out when everyone else pitted at lap 111. What's going on with the 98, Matt?
Signboard's out. He makes his way to his pit stall. Now the car still tight, too tight for Eric Almirola on that 98 machine to pull a tear off of better vision. You see the big crank, significant chassis adjustment for Almirola, trying to get a better balance for the run to the finish.
We got to mix it up, Adam. I think that's what we're seeing right now with Harvick and some of these guys coming to pit road. Almirola, they know heads up they don't have anything for the 33. Let's try some different pit strategy, try to make up some track position and get after it late.
And if you're the 33 car, what are you thinking right now? Man, we got to get into pits. You know, these guys are going to get out and they're going to be running a lot faster. But this is this perfect storm in the situation we always talk about is how the fastest car loses these races or wins these races right here.
Well, that's what I love about Nick Harrison. He's a gambler. He's going to throw 2 tires at it. He's going to run it on out if he thinks, oh, we got a caution. Caution.
Just go ahead.
I was going to say that, boy, you know Nick is really, really happy right now that he decided to stay out.
Oh, blows a right front tire.
Yeah, it's the 26 of Kyle Fowler.
Looks like Kyle already had some damage to that right front. Probably a fender cut that Goodyear tire and got him into the outside wall. Tough break for Kevin Harvick.
Eric Jones.
Eric Almirola.
You know, but that's a good gamble. You got to do that. That's how you outrun that fastest car. I mean, when you've got a dominant race car, somehow, some way, you've got a break strategy and give yourself an opportunity to be on the flip side of that, and unfortunately it bit him.
So the first car 1 lap down is Landon Castle. He should get the free pass here. Harvick, Jones, Almirola will all take the wave around, although Almirola is being shown 2 laps down, so he would wave around to get 1 lap back. Austin Dillon, the race leader. Darrell Wallace Jr. is second. Casey Kane, Denny Hamlin, Daniel Suarez, the top 5. And this is a huge break for Suarez, who stayed out at lap 111, didn't pit, and hadn't pitted under green. So this is a big opportunity for them, bidding that they don't run out of fuel between now and when they can get on the pit lane.
Yeah, that's just a crew chief making some good calls, making the most of their situation. He's had a fast car all day long. Daniel Suarez drove from outside the top 15 inside the top 5 and has held his own there, so that's been fun to watch.
What's going on there, Jamie?
Well, when that caution fell, Eric Phillips, the crew chief on the 18 for Daniel Suarez, says, we're good on fuel, I think. Lap 159 was the goal that they wanted to pit on, so they're hanging out. He said, just take care of it, take it easy, but let me know if you start to run out.
They did run out of fuel late last week at Iowa, ended up finishing in the 18th position after starting on the front row, and leading 48 laps in that race. And hey, we just heard from Jamie. Big night and day ahead for her tomorrow. You know, Jeff Gordon going to go wave the green flag for the Indianapolis 500. That's cool. Jamie going to fly along, follow all of his steps throughout the day, and then a full report tomorrow evening. We're happy for Jamie and should be a lot of fun. NASCAR on Fox tomorrow night. The Coke 600 happens at 5:30 Eastern time.
And we're also really happy to welcome Jeff Gordon to the Fox team.
How about that?
That's going to be cool. It's neat to watch.
He is a legend, an amazing accomplishment in the sport, and now he's joining our team. That's awesome.
You know, tomorrow is such a fun day. If you're a race fan at all, man, holy cow, the Indy 500 and then the Coca-Cola 600 following that. Everybody in the garage is over there in the coach lot. That huge screen over there, you get to watch the Indy 500. Everybody's in here watching it and rooting them all on. Just a great day of racing.
Don't forget about breakfast in Monaco. We got some Formula One racing from over across the pond. That'd be fun to watch.
Up that early.
You're going to skip that one?
I got to get ready to stay up all night.
Our coverage begins tomorrow with race day on Fox Sports 1, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Under caution at Charlotte for the Xfinity Series.
Pit stops underway. Bubba Wallace's team going to work. Shuffling the air pressure, trying to make one last charge at Austin Dillon on the 33, Vince.
54 of Denny Hamlin, tight center, tied off, needed help and got it. Loose for the 5 of Casey Kane, whereas the 33 of Austin Dillon, a little bit too tight in 3 and 4. All those adjustments made, the 33 first off pit road.
That number 1 pit stall. Very good for Austin Dillon, who wins the race off the pit lane. NASCAR Xfinity Series racing from Charlotte on Fox is sponsored by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of NASCAR. Ready for the stretch run at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Austin Dillon has led 144 laps today. He'll be the leader when the green flag goes back in the air. Can he close the deal and get his 4th career victory?
Restarts are important at any track, but they're especially important here at Charlotte at this 1.5 miles.
Charlotte has really flat front straightaway, so you can spin your tires really easy. But if you get a good restart, you'll have a shot to pick a few guys off early in a run.
You have to make up a lot of ground really quick, especially with how short these races are.
You might see some guys gamble at the end of the race, maybe take 2 tires because track position will be more important.
I just remember last Friday night when the Camping World Truck Series was racing here at Charlotte. We got a restart with just right around 30 laps to go. The finish was electric, hoping for more of the same here. And how much pressure on Austin Dillon? Dominated the race, and now you have to go through a restart.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just got to get a good restart, hit those marks good on that line, surprise the guy. That's what it comes down to. You got to do something different than you did the last time, something that he's not looking forward to and can anticipate. This front straightaway is ultra slick. It catches you off guard. You come around there and you're thinking, I got this, I got good traction, I'm going to be on top of this, I'm going to get a run on him. He breaks your momentum just at least a little bit, and all of a sudden you blow the tires off of it. So very, very tricky restart area right here on the front straightaway.
You know, in the truck race, like you said last week, the whole complexion of the race changed late in the going with a couple of restarts. And that's what can happen here. You talk about the significance of getting your tires hooked up on these starts. You got an experienced veteran like Denny Hamlin alongside of you. Hamlin knows how to run down into the first turn and pin Austin Dillon down, take his momentum away. Regan Smith has gotten better and better all day long. Casey Kane as well. Those two in the second row can pounce on him.
But hey, don't forget, 35 laps to go, that pay window's open. It's time to go.
Front row, Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin. And then it's Smith, Kane, row 2. Wallace Jr., Suarez, row 3. Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, row 4. Ryan Blaney restarting 9th. First time the 22 car's been in the top 10 all day. We go green with 34 laps remaining.
Denny did a good job of rolling to him, had a good jump right there. Now he's going to hold him down, getting into 1, and he might come off a 2 with the lead here.
Well, he's certainly in a good spot right there. That's the toughest place to be, where Austin Dillon is right now. Down on the bottom of the racetrack, and look, they're 3 wide.
Regan Smith to the inside looking for the lead. He might get it going into turn 3. Denny Hamlin steals it away. Casey Kane is there.
Ooh,
Suarez and Wallace.
You know, guys, that's just a good example of having some experience right there. Denny did a good job of timing that just right. Got a good run, and then it put Austin in a situation here. But 35 laps is a long time, 33 to go here. So I think he can get back up there and get the job done still.
He can, but that's exactly what we talked about. Hamlin knowing that was his best opportunity to do anything with Austin Dillon, because Dillon's so strong, and Casey Kane, the car's faster and faster. Here we are in the side, 35 to go, and he's a factor.
Is this deja vu? Kane in the mix late, just like what we saw last Friday night when he beat Eric Jones by 5/1000ths of a second. The 5 car trying to deliver again, and Regan Smith out of nowhere in the top 5, but he's got company. Dillon rallying back.
I'll tell you what, you love to see this pressure up front for the win like this. Casey Kane's putting the pressure on Denny right there. I like how Casey's car is holding that white line really, really good, especially being in second and being in that dirty air. So this is going to shape up to be a heck of a finish.
Great effort by the 7 team today, Jamie.
It's been a great effort all the way around. They gained 3 spots on that last stop. Now it is the 48 team, Jimmy Johnson's Cup crew pitting this car, getting the job done all day long. You know, Junior Motorsports is running 4 cars today. That means all 4 Hendrick Cup pit crews getting in their reps before 600 miles tomorrow night.
What about Denny putting the block on him with 30 laps to go? That's how serious Hamlin is about getting that Toyota of his to victory lane. He saw Kane with a bit of a run. Hamlin put the block on him and was still able to maintain a good line through 3 and 4 and keep the lead.
Absolutely, but Casey's doing a great job. You got to stay out of that wake of that front car. Try something different, stay on that outside. Slipping up a little bit right there, though, but watch this momentum he gets in this run down the back straightaway. But, oh, by the way, here comes Austin.
Chase Elliott pushing Daniel Suarez with 30 to go. His driver's running 6th and 7th on track. And we showed you the graphic for Junior Motorsports and where their drivers are. The reason Harvick is 15th, he had pitted under green before the caution came out, had to wave around. He needs another caution to get back in the mix now.
We saw Casey Kane win that race last Friday night in the Truck Series by running sideways. He was just barely hanging onto that truck. I'm seeing the same thing out of him right here late in the going in the Xfinity race, Vince. Casey is willing that thing.
How about it, Michael? I mean, they have really been good. Remember, he won the truck race here last Friday. The guy he's chasing, Denny Hamlin, won the All-Star race on Saturday, and they have both been working with cars that haven't been optimum throughout the course of the day, but their crew chiefs have been tinkering with them. For Kasey Kahne, it's been a nice job for Ryan Pemberton, working on that chassis to get Kahne the car that he feels like he can get to the front. And as you guys noted, that great move by Denny on the restart. These two in the best position they've been all day, not just because they're out front, because they've got the best cars they've had all day as well.
Well, and think about this, Vince. The 33's in the worst position he's been in all day long. He's been right up front. That car is handled better because it's been in that clean air that Clint talks about. He has to overcome a car that isn't handling just like he wants it to. And by the way, past the guys that won last weekend here. That's pretty amazing.
But the flip side of that is, the thing is he's adjusted his car all day long to being in that clean air. Now he's in this dirty air. The car's slipping and sliding around. He's pretty loose out there without that clean air on him. So this is, I'm telling you, I like what I see right here. And Denny Hamlin especially likes what he sees.
Going to be 26 laps to go here. It's fitting the 54 is out front at Charlotte. You think about Kyle Busch, who would be behind the wheel if not for those injuries suffered in the season opener at Daytona. Busch has won here 8 times. Absolute domination at Charlotte. It would be pretty cool to see this team get their first victory of the season on a weekend when Kyle Busch is returning to competition at the Sprint Cup level.
Well, the thing that I'm most impressed of is right there. You see Hamlin? He wasn't right down on the white line. I've seen that car slip up in the turns a couple of times, but he hasn't lost a whole lot of ground when he's done so. So he's got a little bit of versatility in his line and in his setup. And look at this battle for second.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Kasey got in there and got in that dirty air, and he lost the nose just at least a little bit, enabled Austin to get underneath of him. And that's all it takes, man. Once you get your nose in there, you can really kind of get pretty close to him without hitting him, of course, and loosen him up and go right under him, as you're seeing Austin do right here.
And we're starting to see a few lap cars on track, and they will become more of a factor as this run continues. 24 to go, battle for second. Austin Dillon, who lost the lead on the restart, able to get the runner-up position back inside of Kasey Kahne. He pulls in front of him down the back straightaway.
Look at the 2 cars right behind these two, Regan Smith and Bubba Wallace. They're not letting these guys get too far away from them. The cars get side by side, battling up front. They'll be right in the mix as they are now. Here comes Bubba low off turn 4.
That's what I'm looking for. I mean, the cars that are staying low from the center out, it's easy to get down to that line. You can manipulate your car. You know, you can back the corner up, drive it differently, drag brakes, do things to get it to that bottom. But from the center out, that's equipment. If that thing sticks to that white line, you've got a good hot rod underneath of you, and you're going to have a good day.
Think about Denny Hamlin. Had to pit just shy of halfway. Unscheduled stop because of a loose wheel. Everything cycled through, and it's worked out great. The 54 is on point. 18 laps to go in the Hisense 4K TV 300 at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. The dominating car today, Austin Dillon, started on the pole, has led 148 laps, lost the lead on a restart with 35 to go. Fell back to fourth, but here he is on the back bumper of Denny Hamlin for the top spot.
Absolutely, and here's what you're seeing here. If you're Denny Hamlin, you're trying to think of what you did the other night in the All-Star race to win, to keep that car behind you, make his, interrupt his air, do everything you can do to make that car push. And if you're Austin Dillon, you're trying to do everything opposite. You're trying to keep air on that nose, like I said, waiting for him, put some pressure on him, get him to drive in the corner a little bit too hard. If that baby slips up, you're going to be there to pounce on it.
And you remember in the All-Star race to the end, Denny Hamlin was hooked to the bottom of the racetrack. Harvick moved to the middle. Denny went down into turn 1 and 2, ran the middle line, disturbed the air on Harvick's car. That was the key to victory. Today, the job, I think, is much tougher, Adam. He's got to hang right on the bottom of the racetrack. We've seen the 33 car of Austin Dillon really be able to tuck lower in the turns than anyone else. Denny's car looks like it wants to slide up a little bit, and as he slides up, watch that 33 car go.
It's an opportunity. That's what you got to look for. It's an opportunity, and as they came on that lap car right there, it was an opportunity for Austin to take an advantage, get on the bottom line, and he took the lead right there, boys.
But remember, Denny was able to hold him off on the high side on the restart. Can he do it again, or is Austin going to clear him?
Finally, off of turn 2, Austin Dillon
crossover,
in front of Hamlin.
Not so quick here, boys. He did a crossover. He's going to get him going into the corner here.
But that 33 is too strong. Austin Dillon back out front. We're coming to 14 to go at Charlotte.
Dillon dove into turn 3 and cut Hamlin off, and that could be the key to him driving away from him. Look at the lead he's built already.
I'm afraid we just saw the inevitable.
I felt like clean air was Denny Hamlin's best friend, and now he's lost it, and there goes the 33.
It was. The clean air was definitely that, but as they approached that lap car right there, it made Denny change his lineup, run that outside line. He didn't have that clean air because of that lapper, and it enabled Austin to take advantage of it.
And I want to talk about the inevitable, Clint. Last week, coming to the white flag, it was inevitable to Chase Elliott. He's getting ready to win a race, but the caution flag flew, and we had a green-white checker. These things ain't ever over till they're over. Anything can happen.
Can you do that for me?
I might. I'll watch. I got a big old glob of cars racing hard all over the racetrack. You can see Hamlin trying to get around the lap car.
Let's go back to Austin's last win at Las Vegas. I mean, he led 183 of 200 laps, but had to throw a block on Ryan Blaney coming to the white flag to get the win on that Saturday afternoon in Sin City. So he knows it's not over until you've crossed the start-finish line for the final time. And right now, 12 to go here at Charlotte.
But you got to like your chances if you're Austin Dillon because of what he just accomplished. He was able to lose the lead on the restart and move through those guys. It took him 10 or 12 laps, so that's why you got to go on these restarts. You lose your momentum, takes you a while to recover.
But I'm telling you, he did a good job of capitalizing on that lap. You can't take anything away from Austin. He did it. Obviously, he's got the fastest car today, but he did it. That was a race car move right there. He read that coming on, didn't follow Denny up around that lapper. He moved down and beat him across the center of the racetrack and got a position on him. So that was awesome.
And let's give some credit to Nick Harrison, the crew chief in that 33 team, because when you have a car this dominant, you got to play all the games right to be able to get it done. And 1 week ago, they had a driver making this first career start, and Brandon Jones, and finished in the top 10. This team delivering once again. Here's the pass for the lead.
Look, Hamlin goes into the corner. There's a lapped car, so he goes up high. He doesn't want to lose his momentum. Austin sees this opportunity to slip to the bottom. He takes advantage of it. There's a little bit of contact as they go around the lap car, but Dillon did a perfect job there grabbing the lead.
That's good racing. Anytime you can see something like that, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a short track or a mile and a half. That's good racing.
Watch this crossover Denny tries. Austin says, I'm pulling up in front of you, and Denny says, not so quick, I'm going to the bottom. And this is bold right here. Dillon diving into the corner. Look, Clint, he takes the bottom away. That takes a little bit of courage to do that move.
Well, you can see as Austin washed up off the bottom right there, he drove that baby off in there, but he did what he had to do. Look at Nick. He's liking what he's seeing right now. Now he's thinking, no caution, no caution.
9 laps to go. This team looking for their second victory of the year. Both of them would have come from the pole position. In fact, if Austin Dillon can hang on, it would be his 4th career win. Each time he started on the pole, twice at Kentucky, once earlier this season at Las Vegas.
He hasn't won at Charlotte before, has he?
No, he is not.
So, you know, this is Austin's home track. Austin's just such a good kid. He's a lot of fun to be around. Mike Dillon was my spotter, and it's his father. So, great family. Both of the brothers do a great job. It would be neat to see him get a win here at home.
Yeah, and you really got to give it up for that Richard Childress Racing team, and Nick Harrison particularly. This car is set up better than everyone else's. Austin is driving it better than anyone else too, but that's a great race car, so everybody on the team has a hand in that. Anytime you can grab the lead, drive off to a 2 or 2 second advantage as quickly as he has, wow, that's a car.
7 laps to go, and we talked off the top of today's broadcast about the importance to any driver of being able to win here in NASCAR's backyard. That perhaps magnified even more for a guy like Austin Dillon because of what you just said. When you think about the family and their history, he was practically born at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
That's exactly right. I mean, he's from here. You know, I mean, there's so many things that people say this is the closest to their home, you know, for being a home track. But man, their family, the tradition, the history that they've got, so cool to see him get a shot at a win here. But hey, it's 6 to go.
Yeah.
We can't lose sight of the fact that anything can happen and does happen in these races.
Quick thought on the championship battle. As you said, only 6 laps remaining. Ty Dillon, Austin's younger brother, running 7th right now, came into the day 8 points behind Chris Buescher. Ty is 7th. Chris Buescher, last week's winner, is 11th. So an opportunity for Ty to tighten the battle there.
And an update on the bet between Clint and Mike. The Cup guys have this baby in hand right now. They're running 1, 2, 3. Xfinity regular Regan Smith runs in the 4th spot, and Bubba Wallace right behind him. So the Cup guys are taking it to him today.
Do I need to monitor any cash exchanges when the race is over today between you two?
No, I've exchanged all I have to him already.
There you see the 5 of Ty Dillon right behind Daniel Suarez, who started back in the 19th position, running 6th right now, and just behind Ty, the man that won the championship last season, Chase Elliott, picked up points last week in Iowa, going to do it again today. Not a lot, but when you consider the disappointment at Talladega, finishing 37th and being 37 points out, that team going to go back-to-back inside the top 10 if they can hang on here for 4 more laps.
That's what it takes. You got to be there week in and week out. You have a stumble, you have a bad race like a Talladega or something like that, you got to bounce back as a team, and they've certainly done that. Consistency always is going to prevail in a championship.
And there you see Chris Buescher, a week after getting the checkered flag, 2nd of his career. Spent some time in the top 10, but they fought that 60 car today. He's 11th right now with 3 laps to go.
I'll tell you, I really like this kid. I like his demeanor, the way he goes about it. He attacks that race car and drives the snot out of it. A lot of fun to watch, and he's got a lot of talent. It's going to go a long ways in this sport.
He certainly is, and he was a lot of fun last week at Iowa. Not only grabbing that late lead and winning, but just the way he muscled that car around the track all day long. He's a real short track racer, struggling a bit today because this man is making it look easy.
2 laps to go. And I remind you, last Friday night here, Camping World Truck Series race, Eric Jones going to drive away and win. It led 88 laps. And then when he got to turn 3, coming to the white, caution came out. We had a restart. Things didn't go the way he would have hoped. Dillon just wants to get back to that white flag, so we know the next flag will end it, and he can celebrate for the 4th time in his career.
Adam, as fast as that car is, you better talk fast because that white flag's coming quick.
Here it is, white flag out, 1.5 miles to the win for Austin Dillon. He's dominated today.
White flag, still about half a straightaway lead.
Yeah, that's a good feeling, isn't it? Half a straightaway.
Yes, it is. Glued right to the bottom of the track, running that white line. It's a great feeling to have a car driving like this one is for Austin Dillon. He's been on top of it all day long, too, calling for the proper adjustments.
600 miles here tomorrow for Austin Dillon. Not a bad start to the weekend. 2nd win of 2015. Austin Dillon, a winner at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
That's a shot of confidence right there for a race car driver. Good job.
Good job, buddy. Great job.
Crew Chief Nick Harrison.
Awesome, man. Great job, race team. Great work, everybody. Austin, hell of a run there, buddy. Great job. You guys, I didn't want to let you down on that restart. Andy, I'll have to start listening to you a little bit more on them restarts, I guess.
That's the winner, Austin Dillon, and his dad, Mike Dillon, speaking up there, telling his son what a great job he did. That's got to feel good.
Oh, absolutely. Mike is such a character. He's so much fun, and he's always on the radio with those kids. And it's probably to the point it drives them nuts. But he's such a neat guy. When he does praise you, it means a lot.
Austin Dillon at 163 laps today, 20 laps shy of the 183 he led when he won earlier this season at Las Vegas. Denny Hamlin, despite some adversities, middle stages of the race, able to come back, finish second. Casey Kane third. Best among the series regulars, Regan Smith. He was fourth today. Darrell Wallace Jr. fifth. Daniel Suarez sixth. Ty Dillon seventh. Those last 4 drivers I mentioned go to Dover next weekend as part of the Dash for Cash. Going to run for $100,000.
And listen to this. If they can be the highest finishing guy in every race for Dash for Cash, they go to Darlington in the fall and win. There's $1 million.
That's not bad. We go to Dover, round 2, Indianapolis, Bristol, and then, as you said, Darlington. And if you can be the top finisher in the first 3, you go to Darlington, get the checkered flag. The bonus takes you to $1 million total.
Adam, you undersold that. Not bad. $1 million. That's huge. Huge for these guys.
In dominating fashion, Austin Dillon gets his 4th career victory. We join the celebration when we return to Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's all over at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Austin Dillon, a winner in the Hisense 4K TV 300. 4th time in his Xfinity Series career he's been able to get the checkered flag. He was running 4th, but he had to rally late. Got the job done, passing Denny Hamlin with 15 to go.
What a move, too. He anticipated Hamlin going high around the lap car, dove to the middle of the racetrack, and around Hamlin he went.
That was fun racing right there to watch. Those last 30 laps, that's what I like coming up here and watching this Xfinity series right there.
And watch Denny, he's not giving up. He said, you might get me once, you're gonna have to get me twice. I'm going to the bottom.
And he was so close to getting his nose back under there and creating another situation there. But man, the fastest car prevailed right there.
You know, at 7 p.m. Eastern, we've got Major League Baseball on Fox. Pete Rose, a part of our coverage. With that, there you see the celebration. Let's hear what Austin has to say. Matt Yoakum.
Austin Dillon had already led 148 laps, and then the restart with 34 to go. You were taken 3 wide. What went through your mind when Hamlin got by?
Well, my spotter made the fact that we should have probably taken the top, and I had been on the bottom all day, so I chose the bottom again, and I just didn't want to let these guys down. The Rheem car was so fast. Got to thank Team Chevy, Dow, all of our sponsors, Coca-Cola, but Nick and them did such a great job. I didn't want to get out of this thing. I mean, it drove so good, and it was a heck of a race there with Denny at the end and Casey, and had to go right there in lap traffic. I knew if I didn't hurry up and get in front of them right there, tires might equal out or something. So I just want to say thank you to all the troops fighting overseas for our freedom, and the good Lord above for giving me all these opportunities.
A special win here at your home track, but you always use the Xfinity and also looking back at past races to try to find an edge. What did you find today that you can use in tomorrow night's 600?
That was just a good car, and I found a line in 3 and 4 that really worked. I could really gain speed over there in 3 and 4, and it takes a car that turns like that and just got to take care of the rear tires, and it worked.
All right, congratulations. Austin Dillon, 4 career wins, all 4 from the pole. Jamie Little.
Well, Denny Hamlin fights back after a loose wheel and finishes second. Denny, where do you feel like you guys needed to be just a bit better to beat that 33?
Horsepower, downforce, just those are the 2 elements to speed, and that's what it looks like over in the Xfinity side. The RCR cars have the advantage over everyone, and just Austin did a great job coming back there. Congrats to those guys. Thankful for the opportunity I had in this Monster Energy Camry, and Chris and these guys are building this race team and doing a great job. So, still, I'm happy with the second place finish, considering what I thought we had for a car all day. I thought we were probably a 5th to 6th place car at best, but we were able to get a good restart and try to hold those guys off. But he just had a little bit too much speed for me.
All right, this is Denny Hamlin's last scheduled race in the 54. It'll be Eric Jones at Dover.
Regan Smith, 4th place, and he'll be one of those in the Dash for Cash running for $100,000 next week at Dover. How hard did you have to fight to get 4th today?
Well, we had to earn that one today. Our Anderson's syrup Chevy wasn't quite where we wanted it to be all day, and the further back in the pack we got, the worse it was. So the only thing that saved our butts today was our pit crew. I got to really thank those guys. They had unbelievable stops, and excited to get to run for some of Xfinity's cash here on next Saturday, so that'll be nice. It's always a cool program, and you want to be a part of it, and you want to try and win them all. So we'll go to Dover, we'll take this and say, okay, we snuck away with one today, but it doesn't matter. The record books don't show how you get them, you just got to get them. So.
Regan Smith and company, they earned it today, top 5 finish.
And Casey Kane brings it home 3rd today, and this is the only scheduled race for the 5 team. A bunch of shop guys thrown together, not so bad. So what did you learn, though, that you could take to the 88 when you run it next week at Dover?
Well, I learned we were a little too harsh on the front. Really, real fine line with wedge and track bar to get it to corner and then also have rear grip. But I was happy with our Armor Meats Chevrolet. The guys did a nice job. Pit stops were good, and the shop guys put together a really nice car for me. We weren't as good as the 33, but I thought we were a 2nd place car if I could be in 2nd place, and not have to pass them. It was tough in traffic. But yeah, I learned a little bit for next week. It's been a little while since I've driven on a track faster, like this with downforce and stuff. So hopefully Dover will be better.
Good adjustments, good finish. Vince?
Strong day from Bubba Wallace today, getting congratulations from Mr. Roush after that 5th place finish and a spot in the Dash for Cash next week. What was the biggest challenge for you guys today, Bubba?
I think pit stops, really. I don't know if we ever gained on pit stops, so we got to work on that. We've been struggling with that the last couple of races, so we'll build off of it. First top 5 for me. Been a long time coming. First finish I had here in a top 3 series here at Charlotte, so it was good to come home, seeing family and my mom up there in the stands during the parade. So exciting day for us. Can't thank Cheez-It enough for coming on our Ford Mustang, and another great race in Xfinity Series.
Yeah, well done. Plenty of reason to smile for Bubba Wallace.
Hence that fifth-place finish for Darrell Wallace Jr., a career best. He was sixth last week at Iowa, also finished sixth earlier this season at Texas. You look at the drivers running for $100,000 this weekend. We heard from Darrell Wallace Jr., Regan Smith, Daniel Suarez on that list. Great effort for them today. And Ty Dillon, who will come in also very much involved in our championship chase, going to have a chance for an extra $100,000 when we go to the Monster Mile. So entertaining today when the smoke settles. It's Austin Dillon with his fourth career victory.
It is. Austin did a great job. His team did an even better job. That car was amazing today, but great race. It's always fun to come up here in the booth with you guys, watch these guys go on, and I learn a lot. You always take something from that. I've learned that you're going to have to be good on the bottom.
Well, that's the key today. We saw Austin Dillon could just eat that white line up right down on the bottom of the racetrack, use his aero to get an advantage. I don't know if that's going to be the case in the 600 tomorrow. Things are going to cool off. Maybe the whole track opens up. There's more grooves than just one when it gets a little bit cooler at night.
600 miles here tomorrow night. Good luck to you in the longest race of the season, and thanks for being with us for NASCAR on Fox.
Hey, thank you guys. So much fun. Thank you to Xfinity for allowing these guys to race for that Dash for Cash, and I can't wait to get underway. I represent all these war heroes and everything that they've sacrificed for us tomorrow night in the 600. It's going to be fun.
And the first $100,000 on the line next Saturday here on Fox. We'll be live from the Monster Mile, Danielle.
All right, Adam, thanks so much. I know the All-Star race was a week ago, Larry, but this was an all-star cast. 10 drivers playing double duty this weekend at Charlotte, but only 3 Cup drivers finishing inside the top 10.
But I love what every driver said pretty much that we interviewed. We were pretty good. We just didn't have anything from Austin Dillon or that 33 team.
Austin Dillon leading 163 laps today. A dominant performance. 18 drivers finishing on the lead lap. Eric Almirola coming home in the 19th spot as we continue to show you results. Larry, how about the point standings? We're now 1/3 of the way through the Xfinity Series season. How do you see the championship battle shaping up?
Well, I mean, certainly you can't count Chase Elliott or Darrell Wallace Jr. out of it, or any other driver, because we still have a lot of racing, but it just seems like week in and week out, it's Chris Buescher, Ty Dillon up there in the top 10, up in the top 5. Right now, if I had to bang a gavel, it looks like to me a 2-man race.
And Chase Elliott, though, still competitive, and congratulations to Darrell Wallace. Got to give him a shout out. 5th place finish is best career finish for that young driver. Tomorrow, racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway continues. 10 Days of Thunder caps off with NASCAR Race Day, giving you all the action from the pits on Fox Sports 1. Then it returns Sprint Cup Racing, the world's best drivers in the Coke 600. Coverage beginning at 4 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox and streaming live at Fox Sports Go. Tonight on Fox, 7 p.m. Eastern, baseball coming your way. It's America's home for baseball every Saturday. It's MLB on Fox. So next week, Larry, the Xfinity Series at Dover. What kind of momentum do we see swinging over to Delaware?
Well, you can carry nothing from any other track to the Monster Mile. She will gobble you up.
But 600 miles left here at Charlotte on this Memorial Day weekend. Thanks so much for joining us, folks. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.